Alrighty, welcome. I have Marina here. Me and Marina met as well in Costa Rica, and she is a veterinarian. Is that how you say it?
Mhm.
In Maui. And her and I have been working together. She was my very first student in my launch of the Live Your Yoga mentorship. And I'm super grateful. We are almost 10 months later, she's continuing to weave back in and out of the course and is a great example of how she's been applying the yamas and the niyamas into her everyday life. And so I just want to introduce Marina and have her come on to share where she was before we began working together and a little bit of where you are now.
Oh, so like kind of start from when we first met.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in vet school when we met, and I decided to go to Costa Rica for a summer, and I took some of Amber's yoga classes. So I've actually known Amber for 4 years now.
Mm.
And I just felt an immediate connection where I was like just always going back to her class. And we stayed in touch over the years. I went back to Costa Rica a couple times, and so we crossed paths here and there. We missed each other a little bit here and there. She came to Maui actually just before I moved to Maui.
Yeah.
But when she started telling me about her course. So around the time that I started her course, I had just started working as a veterinarian and just really needed a place to kind of get myself settled and connect to myself, so to speak. So that was where I started Amber's course. Because I knew her and felt so comfortable with her, I think it was easier for me to say yes, just because it's been really hard for me to open up in a lot of ways. But because we had that personal connection in person, it was really easy for me to say, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Where am I now? So now I've been applying so much of yoga into my everyday life. I'm much more confident. My anxiety has gone down significantly. It's been a lot easier for me to set boundaries, whereas in the past, it's been very easy for me to be swayed by other people's opinions or trying to be there for other people. So it's been great for me to be able to stand in my own power and say, okay, I'm going to do what's best for me today. So that's just kind of like a little bit about where I'm at now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think it's okay, you don't mind me sharing, but like I know the amount of confidence that I've seen you grow and cultivate since we started working together, as well as the deep reflection now that you ask yourself, like, am I practicing Asteya? Am I really showing up for the people in my life as I say? Am I practicing Ahimsa? Am I being kind to myself? And you continue to have those deep reflections as well as like loving yourself and being content with where you are. Can you just share a little bit of how you've used the yamas and the niyamas to get to know yourself and show up in the world as you are?
I mean, I'm applying it literally in almost everything that I do, whether it's my work, my practice, am I serving today? In new relationships, setting boundaries. I guess, how do you mean specifically?
No, I was just curious if you had any like epiphanies, for example, in the way in which you practice specifically the yamas in your life. Like if you have an example of a recent experience.
Oh, like my new relationship?
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, so kind of finding balance in coming back to my practice, because I'm starting to a new relationship, possibly. It's still early, and just applying all of the yamas and the niyamas to that, because it's really easy for me to lose myself in a relationship, and being able to set boundaries and say what's serving me, what's not serving me, and also my expectations of how I am treated, and what's really important, has been brought out through practicing yoga.
Yeah, it's great example because we can be like, yep, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to change things. And then life happens. Like, it's not like we're yogis sitting on the mountaintop and we reach enlightenment and we have no external distractions. It's like we're modern yogis and we have kids, we have partners, we have jobs, and we have careers. So it's like, how can I apply this to my new relationship? And that's why we practice yoga every single day. So we can remember that, oh, am I losing myself in this relationship? Oh yeah, I need to come back to my practice. And Marina's a great example where she's like, oh, I'm spending too much time externally. Now I'm going internally. And it's this dance because we're not on a straight line where we're always on the line. It's we weave off the path and then we come back to the path, and we're always working to find center. And so thanks for sharing that personal example of it being real life here. And we're not just like, it's just not all rainbows. We're doing the dance of living in the modern world. And I also love how you brought up being able to trust someone to open up and share and make that commitment. Because even, for example, when we were beginning to work together, you were like, yeah, that's a really big investment, Amber. And I've done this before and I didn't have results. So I'm scared. What if it doesn't work out? And how would you advise someone in that moment? Why was this time different? And why was working in the Live Your Yoga mentorship? What was successful for all the other things that didn't work out? And this investment, what made it special?
Well, I think because like I said, because we had met, I had that impulse where I was like, oh, this is someone that I can trust. Mm-hmm. And that was automatic for me. I think from the day that I met you. Yeah. I don't know why, I just felt that way. And then through the results that I got through the Live Your Yoga mentorship, I was able to carry that on for myself for a couple of months. And then I guess I would say it was so worthwhile for me that I came back, and those further investments didn't really seem that much because of how much I gained through working with you. And like, for example, through this relationship, I have you to come back to. You're incredibly supportive. You're always there for me. I know that we have our weekly call, and so I have that to look forward to when I do get off balance. Mm-hmm. And I would say that you provided me with such gentle encouragement and support that I haven't really gotten elsewhere. You've helped me remove from feeling shame for myself. I'm gonna cry a little bit.
You're making me cry.
And so, like, I can't really put a price on that.
Yeah. I have goosebumps, and I just want to say thank you, because I know that when you wrote in the updates, you're telling me things you've never told me before right now. So I'm feeling like butterflies inside and just really grateful. But it's this relationship of trust, and that there's no like Amber's here and Marina's here. It's like we're here and we're weaving together here to unite as the yoga, the path. And I mirror to you as you mirror to me. And it's this dance of how can we grow together, yet individually, in a space of support and empowerment through the dance of living our yoga. And so it really has been a pleasure to share, work, and grow with you. Because like I said, you're so radiant now, and the confidence that you embody and the questions that you ask are priceless. And so again, thank you for taking the time to hop on here and share your feedback for anyone who may be questioning or wondering what it's like to be in the Live Your Yoga mentorship.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime. Yeah. And then I think also just from the group support too. I want to speak to that, and that I feel like I've made connections to other women all around the planet. Actually, I think one of your students is in Guam, which is kind of cool too, because
yeah,
Hawaii
military.
Yeah. But like now I feel like I have friends that I haven't met in different states. And so that's also empowering too, just to kind of see other women going through similar things. And it's like, oh, I'm not alone. And oh, okay, I messed up, but she's got my back.
Yeah, exactly. And to be able to know that we have individual paths that look slightly different, but we're all in it together. It is really profound because I don't get to do this. It's the collective that does this together to support each other, to comment in the Facebook group, to share pictures. And if someone's coming down to here, there's another woman to lift her up here. And then we all like dance in this like wave like energy through the human emotions that we embody. So it is a dream to have these women from all over the world. So yeah, thanks for bringing that point too. I love how you always bring the women into the growth.
Yeah.
So you don't, it's like, it's not yours, it's ours. And I love that about you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love seeing other people's wins and hearing their other wins.
It's great. All right. Thanks, Marina. We'll talk soon.
We will. Bye.